question that will tell you everything about your team culture. If your team disappeared tomorrow, would your community notice? Would anyone outside your organization actually miss what you do? I'm not talking about your products or services. I'm talking about your impact, your purpose, the legacy you're building beyond the bottom line. Welcome to the Care Podcast. I'm Coach Bob Herb, and today we're diving into something that's transforming team culture across the country, purpose-driven leadership, and the power of giving back. Stick with me because I've got a story that changed how I think about building winning teams. Here's what's happening right now in the workplace and in schools. Teams everywhere are asking, why? Why are we doing this work? What difference are we making? How does what we do every day contribute to something bigger than ourselves? And leaders who ignore these questions, they're losing their best people. Because here's the truth. Purpose isn't a bonus anymore. It's not something you add on after you hit your numbers. Purpose is what drives the numbers. It's what transforms a group of individuals showing up for a paycheck or wanting to be part of something into a team that shows up for each other and for something greater. But purpose-driven culture isn't just about having a mission statement on your wall. It's about rolling up your sleeves and putting your values into action. Let me show you what I mean. A little while back when I was coaching high school baseball, our school did something incredible. They created a day of service. Every team, every organization, every club, they all went out in the community to volunteer. For our baseball team, the choice was obvious. We went back to where most of the kids had fallen in love with the game, the Little League Park. We didn't just show up for a photo op, we worked. We painted dugouts, we rebuilt mounds, we planted trees, we fixed fences, whatever needed, we were doing it. And we did this for several years straight. Now you might think, that's nice, but what does painting a dugout have to do with winning ball games? Everything. It had everything to do with going undefeated in district play. Here's what happened. Those players stopped thinking of just themselves or being just a team. They became community leaders. They learned that the privilege of playing the game came with the responsibility of giving back to it. They understood that they were part of something bigger than their season, bigger than stats, bigger than their individual success. And you know what? It changed them. The kid who complained about running sprints, he worked harder than anyone painting the dugouts because it meant something to him. The senior who thought he was too cool to help the freshman, he was down on his hands and knees teaching the younger guys how to rake the field properly because he remembered being that younger kid looking up to the high school players. That day of service taught them a lesson no practice drill ever could. When you serve something bigger than yourself, you become bigger than yourself. So how do you build this into your team culture? Here are 3 ways to get started. First, connect your work to real impact. Don't just tell your team what to do, show them who it helps. If you're in sales, connect them with customers whose problems you solve. If you're in operations, help them see how their efficiency improves lives. If you work in schools, show them the successes others have had in their life. Make the impact tangible and personal. Second, create regular opportunities to give back together. And I mean together, not a company-wide email saying, go volunteer. I'm talking about team service projects where you work side by side, pack meals for the hungry, mentor students, clean up a park, build a home. When your team serves together, they bond in ways that fall exercises can't replicate. And third, lead by example. Your team is watching you. If purpose is just something you talk about but never act on, they'll see right through it. But if you see you down in the trenches giving your time, using your resources, leveraging your influence for good, they'll follow you anywhere. Because here's what's learned from those days of service. People don't just want to work for a paycheck. They want work for something that matters. They want to be part of a story bigger than themselves. They want purpose. And this is what the CARE framework is all about. When your team gives back, you're competing with character. Showing that winning doesn't mean stepping on others. It means lifting others up. You acquired an attitude of gratitude and greatness on this process. Your team becomes grateful for what they have, and that gratitude fuels their drive for greatness, not just for themselves, but for the people they serve. You're practicing respect and responsibility, respecting your community, and taking the responsibility to make it a better place. You're engaging enthusiastically, bringing full energy not just to what benefits you, but what benefits everyone. And here's the beautiful part. When you build a culture of giving back, You create an incredible place to be that no one wants to leave. So here's my challenge for you this week. Don't just build a team that wins, build a team that matters. Find one way, just one, to take your team outside your four walls and serve the community together. It may be a few hours. It may be messy. It may have nothing to do with your job description. But I promise you this, it will change your team. Because when you give your team purpose, beyond the scoreboard, beyond the spreadsheet, beyond that paycheck, that's when you build culture worth being a part of. Thanks for listening. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. Now get out there and lead with purpose.